It's Wednesday. Thank you very much for joining us here, the Raven Sports Podcast. Like and subscribe to all of the content that we have on all of our platforms here. That is X, the new X. That is Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, etc. Kick, all of our platforms. So definitely check us out no matter where we are here. We're thanking all of you for joining us here today on all of our platforms here. All right.
Turn it down, fine.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us here. All of our platforms. So let's get our usual business out of the way here at the beginning. RavenrySports.company.sites. We're going to be doing some expanding of that as well. So definitely check that out. We're doing the Fanatics links. We're going to have some stuff coming out on eBay pretty soon. So definitely check that out. We're going to have the Raven Sports eBay page. We're going to be linking that as well. We'll be happy to go ahead and get that squared away for all of you. So that's the next thing that we're doing. Very excited about that. Very excited about actually serving a few more people out here with that. Genesis Notary Services /Facebook.com. So definitely, if you're in the Winchester, Virginia area, if you know, you know. Definitely, all of you in the Shenandoah Valley area that have helped us with that effort. We really appreciate all of our good customers, all of our clients that have signed up in all of our appointments. We're thanking you for that as well. Also, to see Charles Harris, we are LegalShield.com. Definitely check that out. Definitely go to our Facebook page, go to our LinkedIn page. Harris Legal Shield, you punch it right in, it'll come up. Definitely check out the video, as corny as that sounds. But definitely check that out. It'll tell you everything you want to know about Legal Shield. The value is just tremendous. I think I say that every week, and I mean that every week. I see the value that Legal Shield can give you. I really, it is something for all of you guys out there to go ahead and check that out. And this Sunday, MLB predictions video, March 22nd. So we got opening day coming next week. So baseball is about to start. We're going to do the predictions. Who's going to win MVP? Who's going to win the Cy? Who's going to win all these awards? Who's going to win the division? We got some new players this year as well. It's not just the Dodgers in. I know how good the Dodgers are, but we got the Dodgers on, how the Orioles going to bounce back, etc. We're going to talk about that on the Raven Sports Podcast on Sunday, 8 o'clock. We're definitely going to have our preseason, MLB preseason predictions video and on Driving to the Top as well. All right. Let's get down. Mock draft. So this is our second mock draft 2.0 as well. Definitely checking this out here. MLB, our NFL mock draft. We had some trades. Dolphins are now second pick in the first round. We thought we were going to have the Ravens out of the first round. Now they're back after the trade was voided. So let's go ahead and go over the mock draft here as well. Now, like the first one after 1.0, pretty much after the season, college season is over, right? Pretty much after the NFL season is over, 1.0, you do the first one. This second one now, post-combine, post-free agency, teams have filled some of those needs and those changes as well. So we know some changes there. Third one, that's our smoke screen draft. And the last one, obviously, right before the draft, the night before the draft, the final prediction as well on that. So definitely check that out as well. All right. Top 5. First one, obvious, Fernando Mendoza, number 1, Indiana. I don't think there's any question about it here. I think Mendoza is going to be a solid NFL quarterback. Definitely all the treats. I definitely like with Mendoza's leadership ability right off the bat. Definitely a guy, you could see it. Running a team, dealing with media, dealing with other players, dealing with front office, dealing with fans, dealing with all those things. He's got that already. Some guys just have, where you have a Baker Mayfield or a Manziel, whatever, struggle with that. This guy, he already has that on the field. Only question with him I have, and there aren't a lot of them, are how is he going to run the ball effectively at NFL level? With his doesn't have great speed, he runs, and also to how will he do without the RPO? Possibly he's going to be running, I think, Clint Kubiak's, I call it the Mike Shanahan offense version of Bill Walsh's, the run version of Bill Walsh's West Coast offense. So we'll see how that goes. But no question about it. Mendoza, number 1. Number 2, David Bailey, Texas Tech of the Jets. Edge rusher. This is hard. I think you see a lot of Arvel Reese for the from Ohio State. I kind of think it'll be the edge rusher. The edge rushers here are this is the safer pick. I'll put it that way. Bailey is a outside 3-4 4-speed linebacker. You put him on any team, whatever. He's going to bend the pocket. He's going to get 10 plus sacks. This is a guy solid, productive in college. Last year, probably his most productive. I don't even see him as a winner. I think he just kind of developed as well. No question about it here. I think the Jets definitely do that. I think quarterback a little bit later, maybe in the second round or something like that, but definitely here as well. Got to take, I think, one of the best pass rushers on the board. Francis Malioga for the Arizona Cardinals, number 3, best tackle on the board. I think the only issue here is he's not the body beautiful. I think some people looking at the tape, he looks good. Footwork looks good. Great in the pass game. Good run blocking. I think he's the most complete guy. Definitely responsible. You look at how well Miami did. Malioga, I think, no question about it with him. Malioga, I think, definitely best tackle, I think, in the entire draft. That's why he's going to get picked 3rd for Arizona, probably blocking for Jacoby Brissett. So definitely. Team with a lot of needs, though, I would say. That's probably the biggest need. Arvel Reese, Ohio State Buckeyes. Tough to place him. I think a lot of people have him at 2. I think he's going, again, with him. He's a guy that is very, very difficult to place. I do believe that a lot of people won't know how to use him, won't know what to do with him, won't know where to place him. With a guy like Robert Saleh would. Absolutely. So he's a guy, inside guy, played a lot of inside linebacker, Mike linebacker, whatever, but he has great pass rush ability. They could use him at the edge rush. They could use him on the inside. Definitely, he's a guy. Absolutely, you could argue he's the best defensive player in the draft as well, here in this top section as well. So outstanding stuff. I think John Harbaugh, number 5, has the courage to take Caleb Downs, number 5. This is about as high as you ever see a safety. And Downs is really, 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 really good. He is now the Kyle Hamilton type, though. Swiss Army. Put him as a pass rusher. You could put him as a blitzer. You could put him in defense. You could put him. He's obviously a defense. You could put him in a pass rush. You could put him as a blitzer. You could put him as a ball hawk. He could do multiple things. Build a lot of their needs on offense. So as well, could go receiver. I don't know if a receiver is worth this high. Definitely 2. This might be the best player in the draft as well, right up there. I don't think they need edge rush. I think that's not where they're going to go. Definitely, though, that back end could use some help. Why not take Caleb Downs, number 5 for the Giants? Number 6, Spencer Fino. Maybe sliding a bit, so we'll see as well. I think Fino is absolutely a right tackle that the Browns could put in right away. They definitely need help as well. They could use a left tackle. We could see that. I thought it was interesting. Mel Kiper had Monroe Freeling higher, about 6. I don't know about that, but I think Fino is just more, again, easier fit, plug and play. Definitely, you can put him at right tackle. Definitely, you can slide him in guard if you need to. I think Fano, is an excellent choice at 6. Definitely a team. White Teller just signed with a different team. They definitely need offensive linemen. Fano, I think, is fantastic as well. Maybe not a pure left tackle right away. That would be the only concern. But anywhere else you put him, if I put him anywhere else on the line, no problem at all. Jeremiah Love, Commanders. I think Love. The only reason he's not higher even than this is because he is a running back. I think the Commanders might do several things. It's tough to tell. Several needs as well with the Commanders. So they're getting Jaden Daniels back. That's the main thing. But they could go wide receiver. They could go defense. They could go offense. I think this, to me, is best player on the board. Best player on the board. I think Jeremiah Love, I think, is definitely too good to pass up. Too good to pass up here as well. Jeremiah Love, number 7 for Washington. New Orleans Saints. They did go ahead and fill their go get a running back. So definitely here, Mekhi Lemon, I think, wide receiver for the Trojans of USC. I think Lemon is the best receiver in the draft. I know there's some dissent there, but I like Lemon. I think Lemon, when you talk about athleticism, is probably the best there. I think some of these USC guys are being slept on. Tremendous speed. I think the fastest guy of the receivers, of the receiving group, the top tier guys. When you talk about a guy like this, plug him right in. Some questions about Ovalave. Do they need to get a receiver? I definitely think that's a big need for them, getting a receiver to help Tyler shout out there as well. So I definitely think that's a need. Number 8, Mekhi Lemon, the Saints. Number 9, Monsieur Delane for the Chefs, LSU. I don't think there's any need. I don't think there's any doubt what you need if you're Kansas City. You just let Duffy go out the board. You let Boyd go out the board. You let McDuffie go out the board. You let Jalen Walton go out the board. So you're down 2 corners, 2 very good corners. You have to take a corner. Have to. You got 2 first-round picks. You might need 3. So I don't think there's any doubt about it. What you need to do. They did sign a Loie Gilman, but you're going to need more than that. They have to take a corner. I think Bain is a better player, but I don't think you have to take a corner. And if you got the best corner on the board, I think they have to do it. Again, best player on the board, Ruben Bain. I think Bain is the best player in the entire draft. I think this guy is going to be absolutely a guy who's going to be a starter for 10 years in the NFL, all pro potential for sure. Motor. Kind of reminds me of Michael McCray. He's going all the time. Whatever shortcomings he have, I think you're just nitpicking if you're talking about the short arms. Uber productive. Players around him better because of him, kind of like the Ohio State guys, no question about it as well. Bain, I think you also did lose Trey Hendrickson, obviously, as well. Definitely, I think this is the choice here. I think like you want to, and I think that's a thing in Cincinnati. I mean, they're burning the jerseys. Well, so you can bring home a Ruben Bain here. That's going to help a lot there as well. Miami has a lot of holes. There's no question about it. I think this is the last of the really, really good pass rushers. Cassius Howell from edge rushers from Texas A&M. I like Howell. I don't think he's that far behind Ruben Bain and David Bailey as far as rushers, or if you want to consider a recent rusher. I think he's really, really productive. 11 sacks last year, I believe, for the Yankees. Very solid. I think he is more of a 3-4 guy to really get that production. I think that's what it is. Not as quite as good in the run game, not quite, but I think there's a lot there. I'm very confident that this guy is going to go to the next level. Dolphins need players everywhere, though, so it's tough to tell really what the Dolphins are going to do because they have so many needs, especially now after that last trade. But they're going to have some picks and be able to figure out. If I think they're going to just go best player, period, except for quarterback at their positions. Kendrick Falk, another edge rusher for the Dallas Cowboys. Falk, this is more to me of a risk as well. I think the athleticism is absolutely there. But we've seen this with guys like this. This is kind of what I keep going back to is his production and stuff isn't fantastic, etc. But definitely to his ability to edge rush, his athleticism is very, very good. Very impressed with that as well. So but I think he is more of a risk as well. But Dallas with 2 first-round picks, definitely can do that. I definitely think they need a edge rusher. Similar to the scenario with Trey Hendrickson, you go ahead, you get rid of Micah Parsons, you go ahead and miss out on Max Crosby. Yeah, Kedrick Falk, I think, would fit the bill. Carnell Tate, Ohio State wide receiver. I think Tate, I think some people have him a little higher than I have it. Best overall, without question, is overcooking the Chris, but he's a solid NFL receiver. This guy, that's kind of the category I have him in as well. I hate to punish a guy for playing on a really good team like Ohio State was, but that's that's the only real question I have. Not tremendous speed. Great route running. I think route running is absolutely good. I think he's the best of between him and Jordan Tyson. I think the combination of that's kind of where I am with Tate. I think Tate really is the best overall guy in terms of like an overall skill set as well. So the Rams are the best. Rams are really good as well. Rams another team. Again, take anything. I do think they're going to lean more offense though as well, getting all those corners. Ravens back on the clock. Vega Aloni. This is a no question about it. I had him in the last mock draft. I have him in this one. If he has been taken, the Ravens should take it. No question about it. This is prime need for the Ravens. So you definitely sign John Simpson. You really want Emory Jones? I mean, I'm not as sure of that. Well, I think of Vega Aloni. I think this is the only. And the other thing with Aloni, there really is no other shot internally, interior-wise, to get somebody else. So this is it as well. Not too much because we're going to do the Ravens after this, but interesting to see. Best player on the board right now, Sonny Styles. Put him in at with the Bucks. No question about it here. Styles, I think, is tremendous prospect. Look at that linebacker who they had at Ohio State. Styles, I think, is no question about it as well. Definitely weak side linebacker, true, which is why I think he's going to go a little bit lower. Well. You can put him at the mic, but I think definitely to Matt Milano, there's a name like really repair a guy like Sonny Styles, just a heat-seeking missile as well. Couple more here. Jets. Jared McCoy, I think not for the injury, he would have been higher for sure. I think the Jets definitely have to look. They lost. They went ahead and they made this trade. They got rid of Hot Sauce Gardner. They got all these draft picks. I definitely think corner. I think McCoy, I think, is one of the best players in the entire draft. Had it not been for the injury, he could have been even higher than he is. I think this guy, best probably as far as like that. This is the guy that is the best, I think, at the line of scrimmage. As far as the guys that goes, like hands on, like. So I really like McCoy, good one-on-one guy on the outside. Lions definitely Avion Terrell, definitely injury issues on their back end. Terrell, I'm really impressed with. I think teams are kind of sleeping on this guy. Best man-on-man coverage, period, speed, period. Definitely. This is not Deion Sanders, but that type of outside one-on-one coverage. This is the guy that you're looking for as well. Lions definitely would allow all those injury issues, Branch issues, Brian Branch, et cetera, et cetera. Definitely, too, I think this would be a great pick for them. Caden McDonald for the Ohio States. Again, he's moving up boards, and I think he's definitely, too. Look, Lions got rid of two of their outstanding defensive tackles, so Hargraves, whoever, salary cap, etc. So they definitely need to replenish. I think getting Caden McDonald, I think, is a great pick. I think he's probably right now to have the number one on a lot of draft boards at D tackle. Right behind him, Peter Woods. I think definitely too. The Lions have a lot of help as well. I think this is probably the best on the board at the time as well. They have Derek Brown there. Definitely you could pair him up with Derek Brown, put him on the edge as well. I think Woods is also too being slept on. Definitely the sort of he's down there in Carolina. We're at Clemson, so I'm sure they're familiar with him as well. I think this is not a bad choice here as well. Colton Hood for the Volunteers as well. Colton Hood, I think, is very impressive of a player. great. He's kind of moving up here as well. Great speed, and definitely too. Again, Cowboys need defensive help. They got rid of a lot of it as well. So definitely too. This is best corner on the board. Late one. This is about where he should go as well. So Hood, I think at 20. Steelers, I think, pulled a trigger on Ty Simpson at 21. I think at some point you got to do it. You got to try again. Probably you get Aaron back this year, so I think that's even good. That the only thing wrong with this is that can you convince Aaron of this? Like, can you get Aaron to come back if you actually take a quarterback? That's the whole thing. They might have to promise him that they won't take because they're going to do everything they can to bring Aaron back. But at some point, you got to take a quarterback, and I think this is probably it as far as on the board. Jordan Tyson, I think, is the best technical runner in the draft as well. Some injury issues as well. Love his technical. I mean, really watching him on the film is really impressive. The way he kind of shakes a little bit of that Hines Ward in him, a little bit of that Art Monk, really good craftsman with their Chargers. Definitely could use a wide out as well to go with Lab McConkey there as well. Caleb Lamu for the Eagles. Eagles all of a sudden, that great offensive line we talked about a few years ago is getting older. Jason Kelsey retired as well. Talk for Lane Johnson retiring, etc. So I think it is time to go ahead and get it. They're probably good on defense. I mean, they could go defense as well. But I think you get a Caleb Lamu. I have him at tackle. He can play guard. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. You could take a guy like that. Some people might say this is a little high for Jake Slaughter, but I definitely think he's going to go early because I don't think there's another center that you can take. I think Connor Lew is much later. I think like Slaughter, he's like 35, 36. This is probably all you got here in the first 40 picks, probably a center. So I think the Browns could take him at 24. They need it. Offensive line is just totally decimated for them. If you want Caleb Williams, if you want Shedeur Sanders to play well, you're going to have to do that as well. King Messidor, the only thing wrong with Messidor is the age factor with him getting he's a little old for a draft pick. I think he's like 25 or 26, but he was terrific with the Bears. So definitely he's a guy they gotta not pass this guy up. Gotta not pass this guy up with his pass rush ability. Bears, all teams can use pass rush. So there's no question about that. Bears, Bills, CJ Allen, inside linebacker. Definitely issues with the cap as well. New defensive coach, Joe Brady. Head coach, rather, Joe Brady. New defensive coordinator, Jim Letter. Definitely, probably this is the best inside linebacker in the draft. If it's not for Sonny South, CJ Allen, I definitely think fills a need for the Bills. Lee Hunter, Texas Tech as well, played with Bailey, the higher pick. Definitely too. Now, Caleb Banks kind of fell out because of the injury, so I don't really have him in the top 10. So Lee Hunter is kind of in the top of the board. Hunter, I think, is definitely a guy anywhere from 10 to here. I could see it. 49ers never, always love to take those defensive linemen as well. Monroe Freeling, I think, is really being slept on. Like I said, Mel Kiper had him at like 6. I don't see him that high, but pure left tackle. I don't know what the issue is as well. Not as good of a run blocker, but you don't have a lot of that. So he's definitely a guy you definitely got to look at. T.J. Parker. Clemson. Production, not what you kind of hoped, but it's definitely a need for the Chefs as well. So I definitely think the Chefs definitely need Chris Jones getting older, need some help for Karolakis. Lost a lot of guys on defense. They got defense on their side, no question about it. King and Sadiq, I think, best player. Again, Dolphins have to do it. They have so many needs. I think this guy could go higher than this. But if he's still here, I think you definitely have to take him as well. Dylan Thieneman is kind of moving up draft boards as well. Patriots, they could use alignment, but I don't know if there's one right here in this area as well. And for the Seahawks, local product, Denzel. Boston. There you go. Boston, I think, is a phenomenal athlete. Needs a little more polish. I think that's the only thing. Can he do route running? Can he do all those things? He's a little green there as well. But I think in a situation, if he goes to Seattle, home crowd, home area where he's familiar with it as well, and he doesn't have to be the number one guy in carry. So I think a late first round pick would be perfect for a guy like Denzel Boston. Can do huge dividends for them. There you go. All right. You guys haven't had enough, man. Let's talk about our squad. The Baltimore Ravens. All right, so second mock draft. Ravens still have their first round pick due to the Trey Hendrickson now signing, mixing the Max Crosby trade. If you want to hear about Max Crosby, definitely check out the Rivalry Sports Twitter page as well. His whole interview is on there. Real quick on that. I don't understand Raven fans that are mad at Max Crosby. I saw that a couple times. What do you want him to say? So I don't know why he wouldn't be mad. Eric backed out of the deal. It's cost him a lot of. I don't know why you want to be mad. I'm not saying like Eric, and I do believe they just changed their minds. They got a better deal. I think they were going to take it. I think they knew of the medicals. I don't think it was. I don't think they came in and they looked at his knee and they were shocked. And that's not the way. If you listen to his interview, he says that he thought it was something worse. He thought like we thought. No, it wasn't nothing worse. They had Trey Hendrickson available at a lower price point, and they took the deal. Right? Like this quick example. Bought a car years ago. We were driving this car from the 80s, literally in the 80s. Daughter used to duck down, was scared to be in the car. It's like, you know what? We don't have to keep doing this. I'm going to have a bonus. We're going to buy a better car. So that's the thing. With the car, you get a better deal. Nice to have a car. Nice to have that. When you see a better deal, you take it. And that's what happened. They were concerned about the knee, etc. That's what they did. All right. So we already talked about I think he's a Steve Oliva as well. I think by far the best guard in this draft. For sure, the only one I think you'll see in the first round. Somebody will call his name in round one as well. He could go higher than 14 for sure, but I definitely think with the needs of so many good players, he's about 14. Definitely an elite player as well. Connor Liu from the Auburn Tigers as well. Comparison as well. Drew Dahlman of the Bears, who recently retired. Just a good, solid center prospect as well. So definitely too, not as good as a Tyler Linderbaum, obviously right away. But I think the Ravens absolutely need to take a center. Liu, I think, is first round talent for sure. I think the concern is the injury history. I think this is why he's down here at 45. But I think definitely too, without that, this guy definitely would have been a first round pick or something like that sort. Offensive line needs to be a priority early for the Ravens here in this draft as well. Malik Mohammed. No, let's get back to Malik Mohammed. Marcus Peters is the pick. Mohammed, I think, is definitely a guy. He's definitely a gambler. We see this at Texas a lot last year. We saw like Jahdae Barron. When I saw him. First of all, seeing a trend of these guys, a little smallish. So you look at him and you look at the size, like 6 feet tall. Like maybe he should play in the slot. This guy's going to play on the outside and play well on the outside. He's going to fight hard and everything with that great speed. He's going to take some risk. Definitely, too. If you want a guy that's actually playing slot, you did retain Marlon Humphrey. You did. You still have Nate Wiggins. Here's a guy that takes some you take some chances. Similar to Nate Wiggins as well. I think Nate Wiggins and Marcus are kind of the same. So Muhammad, I think definitely here's a guy. Definitely a guy too good to pass up. Michael Trigg from Baylor as well. Definitely David Njoku. There's rumors of that. He came in for a visit as well. I do think the Ravens are definitely looking at tight end in this draft. you might need 4 tight ends because I don't know if you're going to have a fullback anymore, at least on a full-time basis, unless it's fullback. Michael Trigg from Baylor, pass catcher, H-back, not a blocker. Just not a blocker. He's a guy. That's why I compared him to Isaiah Likely as well. Isaiah Likely over time did get better. I do think over time this guy will get better as a blocker as well. But right now, this kind of more of a specialty guy, tight end, etc. I do think that's pretty good player. Luis Moore from the Indiana Hoosiers as well. Jeremy Chin of the Raiders. He's going to get his hands on the football. Definitely too. It's football instincts when I see him. Sometimes like you can't. Bill Parcells would say with players, talent only takes you but so far. You have to go the rest of the way. This guy has those football instincts. You need to take him the rest of the way. Now, not a super athlete, not a premium position safety, but definitely two Ravens like these guys, defensive guys, find these guys late. Luis Moore, I think he could go earlier, but for the boards and stuff I'm seeing, I think definitely to 5th round. I absolutely think that's true. Tim Keenan, defensive tackle, Alabama, as well. This guy, DJ Reader, high in comparison with them of the Lions. This guy is just a $10 cab ride around, right? He's just huge. Period. This is a guy with just tremendous size as far as a player. No question about it. Tremendous size. Definitely to look, getting Matabuke back. Check out the video of Matabuke working out on Twitter if you haven't seen it. So that's a good sign. Look, you got Travis Jones back. John Jenkins is older. I think definitely taking a guy like this in the 5th round, no question about it. And EDC was lamenting last year that he didn't do it right in the draft. He wanted a big guy like this. Xavier Thomas, wide receiver of LSU. Deshaun Jackson, that's kind of the type of player he is as well. Good outside guy. Not great route runner at all right away. No, but he's going to get you in space. He's going to separate because he's just got those great quicks, those great hands. I think he's definitely too. You'll see him a lot on special teams. You'll see him a lot on 9 route. You'll see that. I think he's a real receiver. I don't think he's just also a special teams guy. Great potential. A little smallish, so we'll see how that works. But definitely too. Excellent value here in the 5th round. Trey Holly for the Southern Jaguar, HBCU. You know. I was a Keaton Mitchell clone as well. Just tremendous speed. Just went to Southern. Just when you see a small school guy, is he the best guy on film? Can he outrun so many guys? No question about it. That's all you saw with this guy. Played at LSU, transferred to Southern. Tremendous speed. Ravens maybe take a shot on this guy late in the draft. I got no problem with taking a Trey Holly late. Great speed, similar to Keaton Mitchell. Brax Bresden, tight end, fullback, Michigan. Again, a guy said in the last mock draft, this guy actually played with Jesse Minter when Jesse Minter was at Michigan. Played tight end this season, played fullback in previous seasons. So they may be looking for that. We don't know yet if they're going to take a fullback or have that. They didn't have one in Chicago with Declan Doyle. So I think this guy gives you the versatility to do both things. Those things. Nick Boyle, I think, is accurate. He's never going to be this Mark Andrews or whatever, catching the football, but definitely to a block. Definitely to got that. Absolutely can do that. Definitely looking at a punter with Jordan Stout gone. Jack Stonehouse. This guy, the one thing you look for with punters, can he make it rain? He can do that. Definitely he's a guy, hits the ball with a lot of velocity, hits the ball in the air very well. Not the greatest average as well, but you're picking in the 7th round. I think he may be gone when you're picking. So again, Aloni, Kanalu, Muhammad, Matt Trey, Luis Moore as well. Tim Keenan, Xavier Thomas, Trey Holly. There you go. Ravens Mock Draft. All right, so there you go. Ravens back in the first round. Definitely check that out as well. These two will be on our social medias as well. Ravens Mock Draft and the NFL Mock Draft as well. We're getting close here as well. And with this year again, preseason. Well, I actually didn't talk about maybe we're not doing it because the Ravens weren't going to be in the first round, but we are in the first round. So go ahead and do it. First round mock draft. We're going to be there beforehand. We're going to be post show for the draft. And I'm actually going to take that day off. And as well, because I'm following the draft, probably at some point, and we haven't talked about it yet. I'm sure there'll be a driving the top production. You'll see me on that night on the network as well. So definitely check that out as well. Let's get this out the way first. Congratulations to the UMBC Retrievers who were eliminated last night in the play-in game 86-83 by the Howard Bison, as well. So this was the only team to actually make it from the state of Maryland to the tournament. Obviously, no Terps in the tournament. So UMBC winning the America East. Shout out to them. In this game, basically, the Bison just shot better than Howard. They just shot better than the Retrievers. Basically, that's what happened a lot of times. Both teams, I got to tell you, loving like this level of college basketball, it's a big difference when you see how hard these guys play at this level, how hard they work, because it's definitely true. Definitely, they were working and playing hard in this game as well. But I do think right team won. I don't think they have any shot to beat Michigan as well. But shout out to Howard and UMBC getting in the tournament. I think the MEAC too has the hardest conference to succeed in all college sports. That's a whole nother thing, but these schools have no money compared to like a Michigan that has a ton of money as well. All right, so the tournament is about to start. The madness is about to get going as well. And so definitely too, if you check out our bracket here as well, we're going to talk about top 5 players. I like Arizona in this tournament. I really like Michigan as two of the best players, two of the best teams as well. Big Ten, I've watched a lot of Big Ten during the course of the year. They're really good. I think Purdue's being slept on. Michigan State. I looked at the bracket. They have a good shot as well. Florida, we'll see. So let's go ahead this year, right now. Let's go over the 5 best players in the March Madness. Some of you maybe not as familiar, but we will go ahead and go over some of the names as well. Thomas Happ from the Florida Gators. Gators traditionally have guys like this that are really good, 20, 17, 15, 16-point game scoring scorers. They kind of go under the radar nationally. This guy is a definite guy, 6'9", but plays with you like this guy if you like these positionless basketball guys. But positionless basketball guys. Hawk, definitely the best player of Florida, so definitely check that out. Not in top 10, not in the top 5. Darren Peterson, Donna talked about Darren Peterson. I don't have him in the top 5. This guy's a best athlete. I don't think he's ready to be a number 1 overall pick, but he's definitely going in the lottery top 10. Can he get his mind right? Is he athletically good enough? Well, he's definitely athletically good enough. But does he have the rest of it? Can he go ahead and put it all together in terms of all the rest? But Darren Peterson, I think, is a talented tournament. I heard Stephen A. Smith say he needs a good tournament to be seen as a number 1 pick. I would agree with that. I think like if he wants to be seen as a outstanding player going forward, I think definitely to overall needs a good tournament. His athleticism is unbelievable. Tomahawk dunks, best, like he won a dunk contest right away. Nick Boyd, Wisconsin, this is a volume scorer. I think this guy is super slept on as well. The Wisconsin Cards, their backcourt is tremendous. Boyd, I think, can light you up as good as anybody. 6'3", definitely a tremendous shooter as well. A lot of talk about Darius Acuff, some comparisons to Allen Iverson It's farther than I go. Farther than I go. But I think Acuff definitely too. But he's definitely got a top 5 mentality type player. That's what he has. I think that's why the Iverson stuff is happening, because he definitely has that throat slash slit your throat type mentality as well. He definitely has that as well. Baxter Lundberg, I think people are somehow confused why Michigan is so good. This is the reason. This guy is a tremendous athlete as well. Kind of like a stronger version of a Danny Manning. Like when I see him, 6'10", can hit from the outside. Definitely, if you put him at the 3, you could play him there, multiple positions, play him as center. Michigan in general has great size. I think that's why I really like their chances in the tournament as well, even though slipped on a banana peel, I think, in the Big Ten tournament. Kingston Flemings, number 5 from the Houston Cougars. So let somebody know that Houston has been really good last year. Calvin Sampson is their head coach. He's got a phenomenal volume scorer in Kingston Flemings as well. And again, kind of like Florida, they seem to have guys that nationally go under the radar a bit, but this guy is really as exciting as any guy you can get. This guy is a shooter. This is like the Klay Thompson type heart here. He's going to shoot it. He's going to shoot it. And then he's going to shoot it after he shoots it. So there's no question about what he's going to do. He is an absolute scorer. He can put the ball on the ground. He wants to shoot and take your heart out. That's what he wants to do as well. So he's an outstanding scorer as well. How far can he take the Cougars in the tournament? Brayden Bergs, Arizona, I think a lot of people are the best team. I think it's them in Michigan as far as being the best team. This guy is phenomenal. Brayden Bergs, defensively, he's impressive. I don't know why people are missing that with him. He's getting in the passing lane and getting a lot of steals. It's kind of a lost art. I see that a lot. A lot of his defense, a lot of his offense comes from his very good defense. Looking at this guy defensively is good. I think that's why he scores as well as he does. Offensively, though, tremendous athlete. Almost up there with Peterson and Acuff as far as his athleticism as well. But I think he's an outstanding player as well, an outstanding team. Berries as well. Brandon Smith, probably the guy I've seen the most, obviously, is here. Senior for Purdue. Him and Fletcher Lawyer, I used to call him part of the Idiots as well. This guy is a supporting player no more. I think definitely consideration for National Player of the Year. 6 feet tall, definitely tremendous shooter, handles the ball very well. He almost too sometimes almost looks like it's almost too easy for him. That's the mark of a great player. That's a mark of a guy that, sometimes he's just not as dominant as he can be at times, but he can slice through the lane, handles the ball well. He's going to get to the rack. And also, too, he can have those nights where he can just shoot it out. I think Brandon Smith, is definitely top 3 on the list. Or I forget, Caleb Wilson, not here, obviously, would have been in the top 5, but he's not in the tournament. North Carolina Tar Heels as well. I think that badly hurts the Tar Heels' chances as well. Injuries from a couple teams as well. Basta, I think I'm saying it right. AJ, meat and potatoes doesn't do it justice as well. This is the modern day Tim Duncan, I think as well. Fundamentally sound, and athletic. That's like you can't. This is the hard time. He definitely doesn't go for the 360 dunk. Definitely doesn't go for that. Watching him as well, and he's just going to get you 20 plus every night for sure. Definitely a guy who's going to score 20 points every game as well. Definitely taking BYU to the tournament here. Fantastic freshman as well. I think probably this is the number 1 pick in the draft as well. Coming either this guy or this guy here, Cameron Boozer of the Dukies. His dad obviously played in the NBA, played at Duke as well. I think he's a total package as far as watching him play. He can hit from the outside. He's about 6'8", 6'9". He has great size. He has great shooting nights. He can definitely post up. His mid-range, I think, Mid-range is kind of coming back, and I think he's got it in all phases. I think the only thing wrong with him is I like to see a little bit more of the mama mentality as well. He kind of looks like at times, again, like Acuff, like he has that slit your throat. I don't know if I see that enough with Boozer. He's almost too deferential at times considering his talent. But this guy, I think, is best player in all of college basketball as well. Those last two should be the first 2 picks in the draft. There you go. All right. So let the madness begin. And it's already started last night. So definitely, too, we're going to have college basketball here on the brain the next few weeks. Obviously, we got no Terps as well. So shout out to that as well, getting college basketball in as well. I used to take Thursday and Friday off. I'm actually going to go to work tomorrow. But I've more than once taken Thursday and Friday off to watch college basketball as well. Real quick, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the World Baseball Classic. Fantastic stuff, I think. I thought the World Baseball Classic was really, really good last night and throughout the tournament. I thought Saturday's game was fantastic. U.S. came up short in the end. Venezuela actually gets the winning. Congratulations to the Venezuela team to actually go ahead and winning the World Baseball Classic. So for the second straight time, the U.S. come in second as well. I don't know if we have the best team in the world. I don't know. I think they're second for a reason. Well, now there is some truth too. They didn't have their best pitchers as well. Some of the pitchers didn't pitch much. I think that's going to be a thing with this event because guys, one, are not in the season form. And you don't want to max out pitchers here because they're still in spring training. They're going to go back to their teams as well. But I think it's fascinating. I thought this was riveting. I thought this was an outstanding event here as well. One other thing I want to address too, some negative comments about this is as far as this goes, the World Baseball Classic, it doesn't count, it doesn't matter. I got one Facebook post, oh, this stuff doesn't matter, you guys are stupid. They're like, I don't understand you. You didn't watch this. This was, if you're a baseball fan, like I have been for all my life, definitely you had to like this. Even if you weren't, even if you're a guy that used to be baseball, definitely you absolutely have to check that out as well. And it was fantastic. Fantastic stuff. I mean, short of the only thing wrong, obviously, is the United States didn't come away with the whole thing as well. So definitely cool stuff in the World Baseball Classic as well. One other thing, real quick. Let's talk a little bit about the Heat and the Rockets. So a lot of another section of goofy Heat is the Heat that Bam Adebayo is getting all of a sudden. So you score 83 points. Apparently something's wrong with that. Scoring 83 points. So this week we're definitely one of the games that I'm really looking at Saturday, 8 o'clock. The Heat and the Rockets are going ahead and they're going to play on Saturday night. So definitely go ahead and check that out as well. Definitely need the league pass as well. Rockets, I think, struggled. Again, Durant really struggling in the fourth quarter the other night against the Lakers. So definitely check that out. Adebayo. I really admire Eric Spoelstra. I really am. I really do like his system, the way he's been able to get the most out of his players, etc. So very impressed with Spoelstra as a whole as well. So definitely you want to, if you get a chance, check that out as well. And I see that there. Definitely right now, this is the Twitter page, not that old River Sports page, Elon Musk stuff. It's crazy. Apparently, a couple people have gotten hacked with this stuff. If you see something on Twitter, vote for me. Definitely do not do that as well. Top 10 starters in the MLB. All right. So definitely check it out. We got a few more of these left. Top 10 starters in Major League Baseball as well. And plus, we're going to do the Orioles 26-man roster predictions. So definitely check that out as well.
Many people experience remission in 1 and even 2 years. Some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or
there we go. Top 10 starters in Major League Baseball. We're definitely going to go ahead and do that as well. Certainly saw one in the Major League World Baseball Classic top 10 as well. Carlos Rodon of the bad guys, the Yankees. I think he's kind of under the radar how good he's been. I think he did have the Tommy John, he did have the injury. He was very good for the Yankees. The Yankees are still the Yankees. I mean, they're still. I know the Blue Jays did win the World Series, did win the American League pennant last year, but the Yankees are still the Yankees. They still have great starting pitching. Rodon, I think, is a top 10 guy. I think he's definitely, you could pencil in for 15 games at Yankee Stadium as well. Rodon, number 10 rather. Flamber Valdez, no longer of the Houston Astros, now with the Detroit Tigers. So how good is that rotation now with Valdez now not having to carry the load in the rotation? Last season, 3.36 ERA, 13-11 as well. This guy, he's been pretty durable. I haven't seen a lot of injuries or anything with him. Been very solid. Definitely too, not as much pressure in Detroit as well because Stubble is there. So he's a guy, tremendous talent. This guy, tremendous ability as well. Throws the ball uber hard all the time as well. Getting older. Surprised he only got a 2-year deal. That kind of goes with the territory because he's over 30. But I definitely have him in top 10. Another guy changing teams, Freddie Peralta of the Mets. Come on, Brewers. Sign a guy and stick with it over time and stop trading away best pitchers twice now in a row. You go ahead, you get rid of Burns, and you don't spend the money. And Peralta goes ahead, wins 12 or more games for you 3 straight years, ERA under 4, and you don't have money for him. Come on, Brewers. I think if the Mets can't be thrilled, I think this guy's definitely their ace. I think he's one of the top 10 guys in the league. I think the strikeout totals are going to be fantastic for him. He's guys consistent, and he's only getting better. If he can pitch in Milwaukee, I think he's going to have no problem pitching in New York with all that offense around him that he has. Peralta, I think, is a tremendous pickup. Just do better, Brewers. You won 80, 90-some games, and you get rid of a guy like that. Logan Webb, definitely too fantastic. Has been last couple of years under the radar as an outstanding player. Webb, I think is very, very consistent as well. 224 strikeouts at the top of the league of strikeouts, of course, last couple of years as well. Former one Cy Young winner, 15-11 last year, 13-10 the year before that, 15-9 2022. This is probably one of the better arms in the 2020s for sure. Logan Webb. The only problem is it hasn't translated to wins for the rest of the team, but he's been the steadying force for them. Same here with Zach Wheeler. I do think there is some slippage. I did have him a little higher a few years ago, so he is getting a little bit older. That's a bit of a concern. But Wheeler, I think, is still good. Like, he was still really good last year. 271 ERA, 10-5 record, 195 strikeouts. He's still going to get a lot of strikeouts. He is 35, so you wonder how much longer he can be really dominant. But other than that, I think there's nothing to worry about with Zach Wheeler. I definitely have him in the top 10. Max Fried, number 5, the injury issue here as well. Tommy John's a real thing. It's unfortunate. But Fried, I think, is really good stuff. Definitely, too, last year, the only things to like about if you liked the Yankees at all, you had Aaron Judge, you had Max Fried. Fried was 19-6, 19-5, 286, 189. This guy cars you out. Okay, so definitely too. He's overpowering at times, but he's not a rock thrower. He's a pitcher probably the highest on the list where you can really say that. Freed, I think you're definitely not worried about. Certainly in an outstanding Nike lineup. Garrett Crochet, everybody said you get Garrett Crochet on a better team, you will get better wins and losses. What happens? They get him out of the White Sox, get him to the Red Sox. You get him on a better team, you get better results. 18-5, 259 ERA, 255 strikeouts. Whip, it was 1.03. Crochet's a stud, period. I think I agree. I mean, the evidence is clear. He was in Chicago on a bad team. They were bad. He's on the Red Sox where he's getting help. He's number 4 in the league. I definitely would take Crochet for sure. It's anybody. Number 3, I think these 3 are fantastic. Yamamoto, if you missed the World Series, if anybody that watched the World Series and want to put him at 1, no problem with it. Yamamoto was the war daddy throughout this whole thing. Tremendous strikeouts, tremendous pitching in the World Series. Pitching 3 innings in the last, just fantastic. I don't think putting any of these guys at 1, I think I don't have a problem with. If somebody says Yamamoto, this is the best pitcher in all of baseball, I don't have a problem with it. It's pretty close. 12-8 last year, 249 ERA, 201 strikeouts. I think this is just the beginning for a guy 27 years old. He's fantastic as well. No question about it. This guy's top 3. Paul Skeens, you saw it in the World Baseball Classic. There may not be, to me, a guy as much dominant as I've ever seen since Roger Clemens. He just strikes out everybody. There's no question. He's intimidating. He gets guys out all the time. He's actually ahead of his time as far as that goes. I think Skeens, no question about it. The only question is, can the Pirates keep him and pay him? Because he's definitely going to get a gazillion dollars whenever he comes. He's just a hair behind Terry Skubal. I think Skubal, this guy's where he came from is just fantastic as well. No, you just don't get hits. It's just no such thing. Last year, I thought, some people said he was worse than the year before. He was 13-6, 221, whip there 0.89, 31 starts. The last 2 years, he's been beyond terrific. So I think Skubal, easy to me, I think number 1 right now in all of Major League Baseball. There you go. So those are the 10 best. I think 1 through 3, I think it's pretty. I don't expect any argument. Some people may not. I think Yamamoto, I think some people may not have known before the World Series. But if you saw that and you said, man, this guy's not a top 3 guy, I don't know what to tell you. Because he's terrific as well. So relief pitchers and managers, last 2 lists. My favorite position on the field next week, relievers, the closer as well. So no question about that as well. Last segment. It's here. It's coming. The 26-man roster predictions for the Baltimore Orioles as well. So we're going to have a roster here set in stone here. Who, at least with the start, look like Elias. So who makes it, right? So Kate Povich was sent down. Bullpen jockeying. How does it look? When they actually run out on the field on Camden Yards next Thursday? How does it look when the black and orange is on the first time for the Orioles? 26-man roster predictions. I think it's a little easier this year than it's been. I've had struggled with this as well. Adley Rutschman, number 1. Samuel Basallo, number 2. It does look like they're going to carry 2 catchers. I thought they might carry 3. It'll be 2. You're going to carry 2 catchers here. That's it. I don't think you're going to carry a 3rd catcher. Interesting to see because I think one is going to DH a lot, but I think they're only going to carry 2. Rutschman and Basallo may be DHing a lot for the most part full time or most of the time. We'll see. But this is it for sure. First base, Ryan Mountcastle. Now a backup to Pete Alonso. No question about it, Alonso. We're hoping he hits 50 home runs, had a career year last year. Alonso, Mountcastle. Mountcastle, some trade talk. I think with the injuries, I think he stays for right now as well. Second base, Blaze Alexander, Jeremiah Jackson. I think they make it. Obviously, no Jackson Holiday on the opening day roster because of the injury. I think it's going to be Blaze Alexander at the start. It's like I thought there would be more of a competition, but to me, it definitely looks like he's going to get most of the time as well. Jackson also, too, you can put him in different positions. I think you could see him at third base, depending how that goes with Kobe Mayo as well. But definitely those guys on the opening master. Kobe Mayo, I think there's some talk about if he can play third base every day. Look, Craig Abernathy is convincing me this guy's going to play third base. So we know about his defensive efficiencies and struggles or liabilities or whatever you call it. I think it's going to be Mayo to start the season at third. I'd be surprised if it's not as well. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, Gunnar Henderson makes the team at shortstop, coming back from the World Baseball Classic. I like that idea. If you can't find somebody at third, put Gunnar at third. I'm just saying. I've always liked him at third, so I think that's the best idea. Taylor Ward, I think, is going to be your leadoff guy until Jackson Holiday comes back at the least. Lodi Tavares, I think, is going to be on the roster as well as one of your third, fourth outfielder. You'll go ahead and see them as well. So Taylor Ward, I think, is going to start. Tavares, I think, he's going to start. He's going to start as backup outfielder. I think you're going to have that. Kowser is going to be in center. I don't know why everybody's giving up on Kowser. I think Kowser, is outstanding. Defensively, you're not worried about it at all. I think some people, that really is hyperbolic. Injured, I think, last year. I think that's why the numbers weren't as good for him. I think if he's healthy, he seems to be healthy this spring. So I think that's be a thing. I think Kowser will be fine there as well. Dylan Beavers, I still don't know. I think it's Dylan Beavers. Tyler O'Neill, I think. But again, I think this will be really interesting to see who gets the lion's share of the time as well. I'm thinking it looks like Dylan Beavers, though. I would say. Just going by spring and what they're doing, I'm thinking it's Dylan Beavers and Tyler O'Neill. I think they could play the vet, though. It wouldn't surprise me either way. I'm really not sure who's one and who's two. But if I had to bet, it's Dylan Beavers as well. Both of them for sure make the team. Rotation. Some people think it's going to be 6. I don't think it's 6, at least at the start. You don't need 6 in April. In March. You don't need 6. So pretending it's 5 here. Trevor Rogers has already been announced as the opening starter. Bradish, I'm sure, will get the second start. Baz, Bassett, and Kramer. That's how I think it's going to go as well. I think they're going to get their first starts here as well. Bassett and Baz, you could switch either way. I'm not 1,000% sure how that's going to go. It depends. Bassett gave up a lot to get on. Bassett 3 or 4. We'll see how that goes. I think Kramer's definitely 5. Kramer's definitely your first starter. I think at this point as well. Not those guys. And the bullpen, rounding it out here. Ryan Hensley, I think, is going to go ahead and be your closer for sure. Keegan Aiken, Dietrich Enns, Rico Garcia, Grant Wolthram, Zach Eflin, Tyler Wells, Yadier Cano. Hensley, I think, is going to be fine. I think, obviously, he's going to be your closer. He's going to be your 9th inning guy all season long. Aiken, I think, is going to be in the 8th inning. Not going to have Kittredge again at the start. So we'll see how that goes at some point, because you're definitely going to have Kittredge at some point. Enns was very good at the end of last year, so was Rico Garcia. I definitely think they've earned a spot. The best pitcher in spring training has been Grant Wolfram. I think no problem with that. Eflin, I think, is going to be in the bullpen at the start. At least. I think at some point they may go to a 6-man rotation. I'm not as convinced of that they're going to go 6. You don't need 6. You just don't need 6 in March, April. Just don't. There's too many days off. So I definitely don't think you need, even if you do that. I'm not convinced they're going to do that. Tyler Wells, I think, is definitely going to be on the team. He's going to be your spot guy as well. Just in case you need a 7th guy, like all of a sudden. So you could definitely start Tyler Wells. I think that's going to be his role all season long. Yadier Cano, I think, makes it, but I don't know if he stays. But I think on the opening day roster, he is. They sent Kate Povich down, so I think that tells you that Yadier Cano is going to be there at the start. There you go. All right. Thank you guys for putting up with us, the Raven Sports Podcast. Like and subscribe to all of our social media content. We will be here next Wednesday as well. Sunday to our MLB predictions video. We'll be happy to go ahead and chop it up with you as we move more into MLB stuff here as we go forward. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day.